Hey guys, so just before you watch this video, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I am aware of the recording issues and the audio issues that are in this first episode. I accidentally had the desktop audio recording at the same time as the game capture, so it would be looping through just a little bit of a delay. Hopefully I've fixed this in this next part, or in the next part, sorry. Again, I'm very sorry for the hopefully it's not too noticeable. I didn't notice it when I was playing the game and everything like that, but as I was watching a video back and doing editing and everything like that, I noticed there's a slight audio. So hopefully you only have to put up with about 35 minutes of that, and hopefully that'll be fixed. So yeah, what is going on, everyone? This is Mr. Zangetsu 1997 here, and I have a fantastic idea. We are going to play Spyro Reignited Trilogy on the PS5. I've been wanting to do a series like this for a very long time. Haven't really had the technology to do so. I've got the technology now, and Spyro is one of my most favorite games in my entire life. You know, I've been playing this since I was 3 years old. So we're going to get into this. We're going to play the shit out of it, and we're going to have fun. Now, I have played through the first and the second Spyro a couple of times. I've been playing the third Spyro, as I said, since I was 3 years old. But I've never completed it. Never ever completed it. So, I want to do that today. Or at least, start doing that today. You know, because it takes 6 hours to complete every single Spyro game. Not collectively, individually. So, you know. I need to find out a way to... Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I was going to find out, or at least fix or make a hotkey to disable my camera. But this is Spyro. As you can see, if I go to continue, go to my save slots, I've already finished the first Spyro on this save slot. I've already played through a third. I've played the first 2 games on Switch, finished those. Third game I'm about halfway through as well. I played countless hours on this, so let's go for a new save game. Now, the way this is going to work is, I think, every video is going to be roughly 2 levels long, maybe 3 levels long, depending on the length of the video. Length of the level, I should say, not video. You know what I mean. So we're going to go with the first one first. And while the cutscene loads, wait for it, in the world of dragons.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this nasty Ganock character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat!
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
So that was Nasty Nork, and those were the dragons of Spyro's lands. So, honestly, I don't blame Nasty Nork for being as angry as he is. These dragons were dicks. So, let's go rescue... Who's he? Nestor.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the Artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, just doing this mid-recording. I didn't want to cut off the subtitles. I was hoping I could change the size, but I obviously can't. Now, I honestly love what they've done to the dragons in this game, making all of them have an individual character model and making their voices more diverse, because in the original Spyro, all of them looked really blocky and half of them sounded the same.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro! You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
Now, some of these tips and hints in this game really are not placed very well at all. And I thought they might have fixed that in the remaster. But this one, like in you know, the Artisan, his home world and everything like that, it's not so bad. But you'll see what I mean. We're going to come up to a world soon enough where it just does not make any sense whatsoever to place the tip or hint from the dragon that they did. And I mention this every time I play that particular level. And if anyone's already played Spyro, which I assume there are quite a number of people that have, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like, it tells you to do something, but in order to get to that dragon, you need to do it already. And it just doesn't make really a lot of sense. You'll get a skill point from doing that as well. And one thing I liked about the remaster is that they added skill points to the original Spyro, which the original Spyro didn't have skill points, and they created trophies. Like, there's trophies on Steam. I know that the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 version originally did when they first came out. And that's one thing that I do enjoy, that they added trophies that are separate from the skill points as well, because it just gives you extra stuff to do and everything. This isn't going to be... hold on.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The Artisan's boss is through a portal in the Dragon Mouth, but you are not yet ready, Spyro. First, you must complete one of the other Artisan lands.
Yeah, as I was saying, this isn't going to be a 100% achievement or 100% skill point run. At the end of the game, I may go back through all the other games and just get all the skill points and everything like that to show you the art books or how to do it and everything like that. But some of the skill points are really difficult to do. Like, some of the boss ones are kind of okay. They're a good difficulty and everything like that. But they are, in example, the Spyro 2. Some of the skill points is like a speed run and everything for the flight levels and everything like that, and they're super hard to do. I've tried doing them before and everything like that, and it's just not easy. So we're gonna go ahead and get this dragon, and I'm gonna let him speak instead of me speaking.
Hey, Spyro! Press the jump button twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
Yeah, because as if we, weren't already afraid of that before. Like, Spyro's supposed to come up against this really big bad guy, Nasty Nork, and then you just crush his dreams or at least crush his confidence from even falling, of all things, because a dragon and everything like that should be able to fly. But no, he's just, Spyro's only a small little dragon. He's a young dragon. I would actually say he's a teenage dragon, or an adolescent dragon, compared to the others, but, yeah, it did make sense. But, yeah, no, I feel like a lot of the dragons in this game were really stupid, and it's just, to me, with the way they treated Nasty Nork and everything like that, like, I don't know if there's any plot behind Nasty Nork before the first Spyro game came out, besides maybe him stealing treasure from the Dragon Worlds, but I kind of get why Nasty Nork throws all of them in crystal. Like, to me, if you're gonna be a dick like that, you kind of deserve what you get. And I know not everyone thinks like that, but, you know, it just, to me, it seems reasonable. So we can't go to the balloonist until we get 10 dragons. That's the balloonist down there. His name's Marcus, I think. So you get a free life here. So one thing that I do like that they changed in the Reignited Trilogy was that in the first Spyro game, in the original Spyro the Dragon, we just collected 100 out of 100 gems, and this level is now 100% complete. Now, one of the things I liked that they changed from the original Spyro was that the fodder that you get can also give you the blue butterflies, which are lives, and every 7th butterfly or at least fodder that you kill gives you one of these live butterflies. And if I can get one to show up, I assume it'll be my next one. There we go, there it is. So yep, that just gave me a life. Because in the original Spyro, you had those blue chests which had lives in them, or you had to kill enemies that you'd already killed before, and they'll give you like a life token. And if I'm not mistaken, you have to, what is it? I think it's 30 you have to collect. You have to collect 30 of those, and you'll end up getting another life. Which, of course, you know, if you're trying to, you know, level up your lives and everything like that, and you're fighting enemies to collect those lives, you could end up killing yourself trying to collect more lives. So that's one thing I do like about the remastered trilogy, or the Reignited Trilogy, I should say, is that they made it so that, you know, you could get lives from just killing the fodder, like in Spyro 2 and 3. That was a really nice addition that they had made. So, yeah, it's fantastic when games like that just get those quality of life improvements. So we're in Stone Hill now. This is what I consider to be the first level of the game, the Spyro 1. And they have these rams that you have to pay attention to because they charge you when you're not looking sometimes. Or at least when you get into their vision. And I find the controls on the PS5 are really nice. Like the controls slightly bit bigger compared to the PlayStation 4, but it feels nice. It's got a nice weight to it. The rumble effect is amazing. Like, as soon as Spyro hits the ground, there's a small light rumble effect and everything like that, and that's probably like the biggest thing about the PlayStation 5 controller that I've noticed, is that the rumble features in it that I've noticed so far, which I haven't noticed much because I haven't actually played any PS5 games. I've had it since launch, and I have not played any games on the PS5 games yet. I've only been playing PS4 games, which is crazy, but, you know, I haven't been spoiling myself watching YouTube videos or anything like that, because I wanted to have, you know, a fresh experience and everything, no spoilers, or very little spoilers. I did watch a couple of videos on Watch Dogs Legion, and I've got that sitting over there, but, you know, I just want a fresh experience, you know, there'll be genuine reactions and stuff like that, because it's like, you know, I might, you know, read up on something here and there, but it's very rare that, unless it's Pokemon or something like that, and that just takes me all of my strength not to look up spoilers for that. But we're down in this well, so you need a golden key to unlock this chest. We'll go find that later, but for now, we'll get this dragon. His name is Gavin.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong, like me.
Sure.
I really like how they gave a lot of these dragons a modern touch. Like, not just like they modeled them all differently, but they gave them like modern touches to the dragons that they're supposed to be. Like, all of their personalities and their designs make sense. And if you actually look at or if you manage to look at the art book for Spyro, they actually show that they gave different artists the jobs for designing these dragons as well. And that's why some of the dragons kind of look different. But they all make sense and everything like that. And I actually like the idea of them commissioning different types of, you know, artists and everything like that. Just, you know, I reckon it diversifies the game. It, you know, all these games have different themes and everything like that. Every world has a different theme. Or at least every home world in the original Spyro has a different theme and everything like that. The worlds inside them are sort of similar. They're really nice.
When you free a dragon or step on one of the platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Now, I actually forgot about that. In the original Spyro the Dragon, you would have to walk up to one of these dragon plates, and the fairy would be there. So I think her name, I can't remember her name, and she would save your progress when she zaps you. Or at least that's the way it works now. And that was how it worked in Spyro 2 and Spyro 3. But in the original Spyro, you had to walk up to one of these, you would talk to her, she could replay the dragon for you, you could continue your game, or she would save the game for you, and that's how you would save the game. But now, you just walk up to them and they automatically save your game. It's just like those kind of little, as I mentioned earlier with the, you know, the little bits here and there that they add to modern games and everything like that, just to make them a little bit quality of life improvements. Just makes them so much nicer. There's that ram. Here's another chest for the life in it. 8 lives now. It's not often that I die in this game now. I've played this game a number of times. So here's the return home portal. We'll be coming back here. These gems, and we'll rescue this dragon.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the Artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks.
See ya!
Oof. Yeah, I don't blame Spyro for not wanting to listen to his story. Old people can be, oh, I shouldn't say that. I don't know that many old people that told long-winded stories. Now, in case people have found it difficult, there's actually a beach down here behind the return home section, and it's quite easy to miss. I think it's a bit easier in the Reignited. I haven't played much of the original, but you know, I was watching my mum play this game the other day because my parents recently got a gaming computer, which is far better than the rig I'm currently running now. I'm kind of jealous, but you know, my mum used to play the game, you know, 15, 20 years ago when I was a kid, and she beat the original Spyro 1 and 2 back on the original PlayStation. So that was when Treetops, a notoriously difficult level, because it had a lot of fog and there was a lot of superchargers that you had to use to get there. Now we've got this key, and we just jump down here to grab the chest. And as I was saying, you know, it's been 15-20 years since my mum's played this game, and she actually had to get me to show her like some of the stuff on what to do and everything like that, and some of the stuff that she missed because, you know, my mum doesn't play that many video games anymore. I mean, she plays more now that they've got the new computer, and I've showed them how to do stuff and everything. But it's like, you know, it's been a very long time. Like, I don't know. Like, if you have something you've done and then you don't do it for 20 years, you're gonna forget. Your memory's not gonna be too great, and it's just gonna feel really awkward for you and everything like that. Like, I'm so glad that, you know, I feel like sometimes I forget stuff that was a month ago or last week, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm getting old, let alone not knowing how to do something I used to do all the time, you know, 15, 20 years ago. You know, it's just, you know, I can imagine me when I'm 50 years old, and you know, I'm still playing this game in 30 years time, so yay! No, I hope I'm still playing this game in 30 years time. You know, I don't even think they need to remaster this again, but you know what people are like, they remaster certain games after a certain amount of time, and makes money. Looking forward to a Spyro 4. Because interestingly enough, the game called Spyro Enter the Dragonfly on PS2 was supposed to be Spyro 4, and it introduced a plot line that showed how Ripto and Nasty Nork and the Sorceress, they all came back and everything like that to Avalar. Was it Avalar? I don't think it was Avalar. I think it was just the Dragon Homeworld. And it showed how they came back, and they were supposed to be the bosses. But the plot line, the game, it was very broken. It was one of those games where it was, like, to my mind, it was one of the first games that had the potential to be 60 frames a second on the PS2. But, and I don't know if it was the art style or not, because the art style was very wet looking. Like, everything looked shiny, and it was very awkward. It had some key features, like it was the first Spyro game to introduce multiple types of breath.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet!
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
But, and you need, actually, so the whole basis of the game was that you needed to collect the dragonflies, because they had magic, I think they increased the magic, for the portals and everything like that. And the way you caught the dragonflies, or rescued the dragonflies, was by using a bubble breath. Now the bubble breath did no damage to anything, and it was only used to catch the dragonflies. But you had other breaths, like frost breath was a really nice one, you had electric breath, which was pretty cool. You had a shield that you could use, and you got these things by collecting these power crystals and putting them in the well at the homeworld. Or the overworld, I should say, because the overworld... The homeworld had like these locked gates and everything like that, and you had to collect certain things to unlock the gates. I think you needed a certain amount of dragonflies, I think, to unlock the gates. I'm not too certain on that. It's been a very long time since I played the game. And it had a lot of nice features and a lot of nice concepts. It's just that the entire game was just very poorly executed, and it was really sad because it was like, it's one of the few Spyro games that didn't do too well, but could have done so much better. Another one of the ones that I liked a lot was Spyro: A Hero's Tale. I think that's it. Yeah, I think Spyro: The Hero's Tale, where it had Hunter, it had Sergeant Bird, it had new characters that, you know, like Blinky, or was it Blink? I can't remember. I think it was Blinky. Yeah, it was something like that. He was a mole, and he would have grenades and lasers that he could fire when he was on the ground and everything. And it was one of the... Actually, yeah, it was the first game after Spyro 3 that actually had multiple playable characters. So you had flight levels that were done by Sergeant Bird, and you had Blinky who went underground. I don't think Hunter did anything. I think Hunter was in it. I might be mistaken. Let me just... no, I'm not going to check that now. I'll check that after. And I'll confirm whether or not it was in a later video, because this is going to be... Ah, here we go. That was all the gems. Some of these gems up here are really difficult to find. But I guess I've just memorized all the spots for it. I wasn't even trying to get all... Oh, I was trying to get all the gems, but normally I would need to use sparks to find some of the gems and everything like that. So if you're playing on PlayStation, you know, you push down on the left analog stick to click L3, and sparks would do a little thing, and he points in the direction where the nearest crystal is, or gem is. So yeah, if you push down on the left analog stick, or thumbstick, then he shows you the nearest gem location. And normally I need to do that to find some of the gems up here, but obviously either I was super lucky or I've just memorized it and just naturally went to those places. So this is this level complete. If I look around, I'm trying to find where the beach is, because I'm trying to find where level exit is. Now, yeah, sure, you could go to the exit level in the menu and everything like that, but I don't really like doing that. I like returning to the portal, you know. I think back in the... I'm not sure if you could actually exit the level that way in the original games. You might have been able to in Spyro 2, but I'm not sure about Spyro 1. And to me, it's like, you know, if they add a level exit, why not use it? You know, the artists that worked on this game and everything like that put a lot of time and effort into them, and it's like, you know, I'm not speedrunning this. This isn't a speedrun. I tried speedrunning on Steam, and that's how I know that, you know, the original Spyro can be beaten in 6 hours. But, you know... That's like rushing through, skipping all the dragons, skipping the cutscenes as much as you can. You know, I could do that. I might do that in the future and maybe make it a live stream. I don't know if I'm gonna make it a live stream. I don't know what my internet connection is like to do that. But we're back in the home world. We might do one more level before ending this episode. You know, this is a 25-minute episode so far. So that's what happens when you defeat enemies that you've already defeated before. You kill them, and they drop these little balls, or life balls, I guess. And you collect enough of those, and I'll just show you again. You know, come here. Yeah, I think it's 30 of those. Maybe it's 25. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up later. And you know, they give you a life. That was the only way to get lives in the original Spyro, but yeah, as I said, they've changed it. They've made it so you can get blue butterflies in this. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna go into Dark Hollow, will be the next one. I'm just gonna pause here for a sec, because I do have to take care of something real quick, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I am back. I've finished what I was doing. Now, we are going to go into Dark Hollow? Yes. We're going to go into Dark Hollow before finishing off this part, which is going to be, you know, nice and level. And in this level is one of the things that I had mentioned previously, how there was a dragon that shows you a tip, but in order to get to that dragon, you already kind of have to know what to do to get to it. I mean, you can get to it without using it, but you're more than likely going to figure it out before you even reach that dragon. Now, so there's no gems behind me. Sometimes they put gems behind me. Now, these guys with shields, you have to charge them. Fire doesn't work. You try and flame an enemy that's armored. 9 times out of 10, doesn't do nothing. They just attack you. Look at it. He's ready. Look. Look at you ugly piece of shit right there. There, he's gone. Is there any other guys chasing me around? I don't think there are right now. So that's a locked chest. We'll need to find a key for that. But, yeah, oh, he nearly got me there. So, we go up here. Now, big enemies like this have to be flamed. Charge them. Gonna do nothing. They're just gonna laugh at you. But, you know, I assume that most people know how to play Spyro, but I suppose younger people might not. People may have never played it on the PlayStation. So, here's a neat little thing. You light those bonfires, and you get a trophy. I already got that trophy. You can't reset trophies on PlayStation. I wish you could, but you can't. That's how you do that. Now, that's the home portal there. Take care of him. Take care of you. Go over here. There's a little gem here. There's one on the other side. So we're gonna make it over there. Yeah, the original Spyro's, you know, I think it's really long, but it's not actually that long. Like, you know, considering I can finish the game in 6 hours, and you can probably finish it in 5 if you really tried. Yeah, it's not, honestly, it's not that long. We're not going to go down there just yet. We're going to go up here. Because there's that little annoying tidbit up here. Just got another life. Good old murdering animals. See, these guys are up here. I'm just gonna collect these gems before. And this is what I'm talking about. Watch this.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if you'd escape those annoying little creatures. Of course they wouldn't bother me, but here's a hint. Their metal armor is fireproof, but a charge attack will take care of them.
See what I mean? It's just that... Okay, if you're a little kid, when you're 5 years old and everything like that, and you're just trying to run from the enemies because you don't know how to kill them, I can get that, but putting this dragon here, when there's literally 15... Oh, not 15, but 5 of those armored guys around here, and literally there's 2 up there that you need to get to him. I don't know. I really wish that they changed that and put that earlier, like maybe in the home world before you get to an armored enemy, but I don't know. I'm not a game developer, although I would love to be able to work on games and everything like that, and maybe design the concepts. So those guys are armored and big, so you have to wait for them to turn around. He was already going the other way, and then flame them, and then they'll die. Otherwise, you're not getting past them. But see, he's seen me. He's thick. He's turned around, and I managed to get him before he turned around. That was very lucky. So now that we're down here, there's another dragon. But before I go to the dragon, there's the key over here for that locked chest out there. And here's a really sneaky gem. I've missed that a couple times, and another one down here. I almost missed this one now. Jump up here. And we're gonna listen to Oswin.
Spyro, wanna know a secret? Use the action button when you want to zoom in and look around.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Okay, so when he's talking about the action button, he's talking about the triangle button. I just tried pushing it then. It's not doing nothing. Maybe if I go over here. There we go. Yeah, triangle. There we go. If you're playing on Xbox, I think that's Y, maybe X. I think it's X. No, X is square, Y is triangle. There you go. I have played games that have Xbox controls on Steam. I don't own an Xbox. I never have. Might never ever own an Xbox. Simply just because I prefer Sony and everything like that. I prefer the better graphics on the PlayStation compared to the processing speed of the Xbox. You know, they both have their trade-offs, and with the Xbox Series X and with the PlayStation 5, the differences are just becoming more narrower and narrower besides the actual size of the console, from what I've noticed. But, you know, it's like, I don't know if it's because I've always had PlayStation, I've never had Xbox before, but, you know, when I got my gaming computer and everything like that, I stopped playing a lot of console games and everything, but, you know, I've started playing the Switch like this. You know, Switch is probably, you know, it's a really great console for what it can do and everything. It's just that I really wish, you know, Nintendo would make an upgraded model like they're supposedly doing. One of the things I really want to add to the Switch is an actual audio, not an audio jack, but chat rooms and everything like that, like you've got like on the PlayStation Network and Microsoft Marketplace and everything like that, how you've got actual like groups that you can form and chat between those groups and actually have like a microphone input capability, because I feel like it's possible, but I don't know if they've ever going to do it before. Well, not before, but I don't know if they're ever going to do it. The Nintendo 3DS had a microphone. I don't think the Switch has a microphone at all. Could be mistaken. But I think the reason why they didn't do it is because they already pushed the Switch to its limits. And then they're kind of slowly improving its performance and everything like that. Like, I have a great console that I bought last year. No, it was this year. I bought it in May this year. Before... Was it before? No, it was during coronavirus here. And, I had to wait a couple of weeks for them to pre-order it in. I had a Neon console last year, during June, July, second-hand one, so it was an earlier model and everything like that. And the grey console is just so much better to use compared to my Neon console at my girlfriend's. That's not here. I wish I had a console here, or another Switch here, simply because I can trade Pokemon between them, but, you know, that's one of the things that you gotta work around, and there are workarounds these days, but let's listen to this dragon, and I'll stop gas bagging and trying to prolong, not deliberately trying to prolong this video, but, you know.
Big enemy like this Nork with the club cannot be charged, but a quick flame, that should defeat them.
And I feel like that tip as well. So that tip, I believe, was the one about flaming large enemies. Why was that not earlier in the level? Like, literally, this is the end of the level. I haven't gotten all the gems yet. I need to get that chest. But literally, the end of the level. And you're now telling me to flame large enemies. Like, I don't know. I really do not know. It ticks me off. It ticks me off so badly. And that's all of the gems. Only 100 gems in this level, but you know, you know, what can you do? It's just really silly. So we're gonna end the video once we get into the homeworld, and I'll go to part 2. Seems like a reasonable length of time. You know, just to keep everyone's attention span nice and tight. Flappy flap. One thing I loved about this new loading screens, you can push buttons and make Spyro do stuff and make him look all silly. So this is the home world again, and they come back every time. They just walk into it. All right, so looking forward to seeing all you guys in part 2, and we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do Stone Hill, or is that Stone Hill over here? We're gonna do the next level. I've forgotten what it's called. Oh, we're gonna do the next level. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, this is not the first video that's on my channel. I did have some videos in the past on this channel, probably 7 years ago, roughly-ish, maybe 8. It was a long time ago. It was basically some Pokemon Fusion videos and everything like that. I did record a first episode of a series that I called Minecraft Fundamentals, and that was a nice series to watch and everything, or at least to try and start. I can probably start doing some of that stuff now, but you know, my laptop at that time only had 2 GB of RAM, and streaming or at least recording was really, really bad. I was recording with Bandicam. Good old Bandicam. So this series, you know, it's kind of like my starting series. It's my trial run and everything like that. It allows me to just test things, and if I'm changing things, I should have a new webcam coming tomorrow, because the webcam I have now was having issues. It doesn't seem to be having issues now. I don't know if it's a USB port that it was plugged into or something like that. That was a problem, or it was an OBS issue or something like that, but I really have no clue as to why my webcam wasn't working well, but I have bought a good quality one, and it's arriving tomorrow, or, you know, at least they say it's going to arrive tomorrow. So that'll be that. I don't have a regular upload schedule for anything right now, you know, but I can work something out. You know, we're going to play this through. I'm going to play all 3 games of Spyro, see how that goes. You know, I love it. I've never played Spyro at 60 frames before. Like, my laptop that I'm using for gaming and everything like that can run it pretty well, but it's, you know, even with VSync turned on, it just kind of like frame glitches every now and then, and I just assume that's an issue with my laptop not being quite powerful enough to play it at extreme, like ultra settings. But you know, it is what it is. We're gonna end the video here, or I'm gonna end the video here, and hopefully I get to see you guys next episode. And I hope that I haven't guest bagged too much and wasted too much time, but you know, this is, you know, first thing. So yeah, we'll go on to down there next time. So, you know, have fun.